Welcome to WNBA Trending. I'm Ava. Caitlin Clark, the brightest star in the WNBA, is at the center of major discussions right now as her injury sidelines her at a critical point in the season. Fans, analysts, and league officials are all wondering the same thing. What does this mean for her, for the Indiana Fever, and for the WNBA as a whole? Tonight, we take a deep dive into the story that has shaken women's basketball, Caitlin Clark's injury, the uncertainty surrounding her return, and the growing question of whether she might need to step away temporarily to protect her future. Caitlin Clark's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. From her historic run at Iowa, where she set scoring records and captivated millions of viewers, to becoming the #1 overall draft pick for the Indiana Fever, Clark has been rewriting the script for women's basketball. Her transition to the WNBA wasn't just about individual performance. It sparked a cultural shift. For the first time in decades, the WNBA was seeing record attendance, massive television ratings, and unprecedented merchandise sales, much of it fueled by her arrival. Wherever she went, arenas filled. Whenever she played, viewers tuned in. She is not just a rookie, she's the face of a movement. But with that incredible spotlight comes incredible pressure. Clark has been carrying not just the Fever on her shoulders, but also the expectations of the league, sponsors, and fans across the globe. Every game has felt like an event, every performance dissected, and every move magnified. And now, with her injury forcing her out of action, the impact is being felt everywhere from the locker room to league headquarters. The Fever have relied heavily on Clark's playmaking and scoring. She has been their offensive engine, leading the team in points and assists, while also drawing defenses that open up opportunities for her teammates. Without her, Indiana's offense looks drastically different. Players like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell will need to shoulder a much larger load, but even then, it's nearly impossible to replicate what Clark brings. Her shooting range stretches defenses. Her passing creates chances that few others can see. Her leadership energizes the roster. Without those elements, the Fever risk losing momentum in a season where every game matters. Beyond the Fever, the league itself is feeling her absence. WNBA games featuring Caitlin Clark have consistently broken viewership records. National broadcasters promoted her appearances as marquee matchups, even in the regular season. Merchandising tied to her name has been flying off the shelves, often selling out within hours. For a league that has been striving for decades to break through to mainstream sports audiences, Clark's presence has been a catalyst unlike any other. Without her, at least temporarily, there's genuine concern about how much of that momentum can be sustained. But let's take a closer look at the injury itself. While full details from the Indiana Fever medical staff haven't been released, what we do know is that the organization is choosing caution over urgency. They understand that Clark is not just a player for the season. She is the foundation for their long-term future. Rushing her back could risk aggravating the injury and causing long-term damage. For the Fever, protecting their franchise cornerstone is more important than short-term results. For Clark, this might mean an extended break to focus solely on her recovery. Fans, meanwhile, are voicing their concern. Social media is filled with heartfelt messages wishing her a speedy recovery, but also frustration and fear. Many point to the grueling schedule that WNBA players face: compact travel arrangements, limited rest days, and constant back-to-back games. For a rookie adjusting to the professional level, especially one who had just finished a long college season with deep tournament runs, the physical demand is enormous. It raises bigger questions. Is the league doing enough to protect its players, particularly its stars, from burnout and overuse injuries? The debate has sparked even louder conversations about whether Clark should consider stepping away temporarily to preserve her career. It is important to clarify, there is no official indication that Caitlin Clark is leaving the WNBA. But the whispers around the league suggest that an extended absence, even beyond the season, is not out of the question. Insiders close to the situation believe that Clark and her team of advisors will prioritize long-term health and sustainability over short-term appearances. And that decision would make sense. Clark is not only an athlete, she is also a brand. With major endorsement deals, sponsorship opportunities, and partnerships lined up, her career extends far beyond the basketball court. A rushed return that risks further injury could jeopardize not only her playing career, but also the platform she has built off the court. Taking time to recover fully would protect both. Still, the emotional toll cannot be overlooked. Clark is a competitor at heart. She loves to play the game, and sitting on the sidelines is never easy. Watching her teammates fight without her, knowing that she could make a difference if healthy, will no doubt be frustrating. But this is where maturity and long-term vision come into play. For Clark, patience may be the hardest, yet wisest move. The Indiana Fever's path forward is now uncertain. Without Clark, the team must redefine itself. Aaliyah Boston, already seen as one of the best young centers in the game, will likely be tasked with anchoring both the offense and the defense. Kelsey Mitchell will need to be a consistent scoring threat. The role players will have to step into bigger shoes. The challenge will be immense, but it could also serve as an opportunity for the team to grow collectively so that when Clark returns, the Fever are deeper, tougher, and more resilient. For the WNBA, this moment highlights just how much it has come to depend on Caitlin Clark. That reliance is both a testament to her star power and a challenge for the league's growth. While Clark is undoubtedly a generational talent, the WNBA must continue building narratives and promoting stars across all teams. Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, Aya Wilson, and others are all capable of carrying storylines and driving fan engagement. In Clark's absence, the league has an opportunity to elevate those players further. Still, there's no denying that the heartbeat of the current WNBA movement is Caitlin Clark. Her absence leaves a gap in headlines, in arenas, and in highlight reels. Whether she returns later this season or not until next year, her recovery will be one of the most closely monitored stories in sports. As for Clark herself, the message from fans, teammates, and fellow athletes is clear. Take your time, heal fully, and come back stronger. Because when she does return, the WNBA will be waiting with open arms, ready to embrace the energy, passion, and brilliance she brings every time she steps onto the floor. So, is Caitlin Clark leaving the WNBA? No, not permanently. But for now, she may need to step away temporarily, not as a choice but as a necessity, to ensure that her future remains as bright as her past. This moment may be challenging, but it is also a reminder of just how much she means to the Fever, to the league, and to the millions of fans who have fallen in love with women's basketball because of her.